Right guys, so this is part 2. Part 1 was about half an hour, so I thought that was long enough for you. I'll give you a break for the day. Part 2 of a few tracks around Jamieson. A few scenic tracks and a bit of easy to medium driving in the first part. Today is actually unknown. This is a track that I haven't been on. And again, what I like to do, I like to spend half the day trying to get lost if it's tracks that I don't know and haven't been on, and then I'll spend the other half of the day trying to get unlost. Always planning to not get unlost and be able to camp, plenty of food and water and everything you need to be able to do that. So that's the plan today. It's currently about 10 AM, so we've got a couple of hours of trying to get lost. I'm just following my nose. This is a pretty awesome track. A bit later on in the video, I might let you know the name of it once I know and where we started for the day. We're at a campsite near Jamieson. Hit you up with all the names later on, but at the moment this is probably what I would rate sort of upwards of medium at the moment. It's a pretty straightforward drive in a well set up vehicle with a bit of experience, no problem. You probably wouldn't even spin a wheel, but again, I don't want to send the beginners up here if you're inexperienced. It's, you know, it's a little bit rough in places and getting steep, flattening out a bit now, but we'll just get on with it. And if there's any good sections you need to see or any other important information that will help you get out here and have a good time yourself, we're going to include that coming soon in the video. Well, here's another decent section that's looks quite steep from my experience, so one of those ones you don't want to probably try out in the wet. Well, some people do, but generally. So let's see if there's any wheel spin action. But in a 120 Prado with rear LSD, usually you're just going to go straight up stuff like this. A little bit washed out in places, so you can pick whatever's the easy or the hard line for you. I like to keep the vehicle pointing straight up the hill for the steeper sections. Here it's a bit washed out, you can see. Nice bit of a steep rough section there, but slow and steady. I'm sitting well pushed back in the seat, my back, so it's nice and steep. You can see the line where everyone else has driven. They've dug some holes there. I'll just go straight to the right of that. It didn't even spin a wheel, right? So smooth driving, guys. Get the driving right, and there's no need to dig up the tracks, because then once you dig it up, it's where the water runs, washes it out more. Just no need for it, you know. Much the same the rest of the way up by the looks of it. Fairly uneventful, I'd believe. Whoa. Little bit rougher section here. It is still very steep. We're going straight up a steep hill. Typical high country stuff. I'll get this, I reckon it's probably around the 28 degrees, which to some people will go, oh, that's not steep, but in actual fact that is around what some of the steepest tracks are. Just at that little point there, you know, it's about to flatten off again. We just headed up the start of Jamieson Lookout track. Bit steep again and rough and chopped out. This is going to keep everyone entertained getting up this little section. That is steep. Little pinch probably hits a bit over 30 degrees there. Okay guys, so we've just come up to a little intersection where it splits off, and you can go to the left. We'll bring you out near Kevington Pub apparently by the looks of the map. and also someone in our convoy confirmed that's likely the case. Our original plan was to follow it around to the right. I could see a high peak on the hill. That is going to be what they call the Jamieson lookout, so we're going to go there and check that out and then follow the track through, if it continues, back towards Jamieson. Let you know if there's any highlights of the track or scenery to see. So we travelled a few k's along that track. Didn't find well, it's going to be an unofficial lookout anyway, a high spot on the hill, but didn't find anything significant. As far as we're concerned, the whole ridgeline's a lookout. Perhaps it was on this track to the left. One of my maps showed it there. It's all a bit vague, not far from that intersection, so I'm not too sure exactly where the official, unofficial lookout is, but the whole track's a lookout. So, and what goes up must come down as well. Trying to get that rock. Missed that with a bash plate for once, so that's good. Driving this time, Anthony. Alright, we'll see what else pops up on this track, eh? Bit of a steeper downhill. As I said, what goes up must go down, or what, you know. So yeah, it's getting a bit steeper, We'll just keep working it down. This looks like fun. From a distance coming down one of the hills, looking ahead, this one looked a bit steeper. Let's have a look what it looked like once we get around the corner. Already going uphill, and then bang, she goes up. Let me see. Very steep, awesome traction. Typical high country tracks. Once you've got a bit of experience, it's not really a problem. There's a few tracks around that are a bit rough. You're going to spin a wheel, need to use your traction aids or pick a line, but you look at it and you go, wow, that's steep. And it is, that one was steep, and you drive straight up it. But don't get too cocky, because sometimes you get up there and you find it's a bit loose and shaly and you haven't got the traction that you thought you had, because you thought you had. A little bit of distance between us for this one. Keep it slow and controlled. Quite steep, a little bit rough. The key is to keep it slow and under control, as I reminded the rest of the crew. Best to keep it under control. To get out of control and try and get it back. The back wheels are just skidding a little bit. Just keep a little bit of distance between you for this one. Keep it slow and controlled.
Roger. Copy that.
Quite steep, a little bit rough. The key is to keep it slow and under control, as I reminded the rest of the crew to do. It's best to keep it under control than get out of control and try and get it back. The back wheels are just skidding a little bit. You got to see this, guys. It's awesome. Nice and steep down and a cracker steep up the other side. Bloody fantastic. Let's keep this rolling. Show you this bit of footage. Sometimes, because you're up coming down such a steep hill, it looks steeper than it is, but you don't know till you get there. Let's see. Okay, so we're pretty flat now down the bottom. And this just looks like it gets steeper and steeper. Let's see what it's like. Fun and games. Is it washed out as well? Definitely getting steep up there. Another one that's a little bit steep. You just want to make sure you got all your correct buttons on, you know, center diff locks, if you got a rear locker, your traction control, things in the right settings. It's not too hard. It's got a bit of a washout in the middle though, so a little bit of uneven ground there. Just keep it pointing straight up the hill. Take it nice and slow but steady, second start type thing, and let the KO2s do the driving. And they are. We're not on KO2s. We are having a little wheel, bit of a spin every now and then, and that's the thing where if you go fast, you're going to bounce more and spin the wheels more, risk of damage to the vehicle and the tyres more. Slow and steady wins the race in so many things, and this is one of them. Now this one could be a bit more fun. It's got some ruts in it. Not a bad hill. what we did, we just come along that, well, again I have to look up the name of the track for you. We're coming down, I think this is called Sappers, and heads back towards Jamieson. So if you followed directions from words earlier in the video, we came up the Jamieson lookout track. As we came to the intersection, we took the right, we followed along the ridge which heads west towards sort of Jamieson. And you come up to another little join, there's a road over your left shoulder, that's another track, won't worry about that. And then you just follow it around to the right and it slowly goes back down the hill again. That's what we're doing now, back around towards Jamieson. Very close towards Jamieson. So that one, not for the, you know, it's alright, it's perfectly drivable, but if you haven't got that much experience, you might not want to hit that one. Now, we've got 2 track options right here. So I need to have a look at the map and see which one looks more suitable for us. Well, we're going to go to the right. We're going to go to the right ski. I believe that's the one that takes us down to Jamieson. To the left probably takes us over the hill and down to the highway. Alright, so as I said, downhill. This is looking quite steep by the look of this mound here. Be steep and rough and that. It's not too bad, it's alright, okay. Downhill we're going at the moment. Oh yeah, there's a few holes in it down here. As suspected, I thought, oh yeah, no, this has got an awesome hole in it. So better just let them know on the radio, because we've got a couple of guys with a bit over this. Just take it slow and see the big hole in the middle. Try and get that under the car, so try and keep your wheels on the outside of it, and the main thing is just keep the car pointing down the hill. Whatever happens, it's going to keep going. Take it slow like that, not a problem. You wouldn't even know the hole was there. So yeah, big dig out. It looks like that kind of yep, down the steep stuff. That's when we're back to first. Trying to do 2 things at once, you know, let you guys in the video know what's happening and manage the convoy. Alright guys, that concludes part 2 of our Jamieson trip. We're just down on the Pradoin River at Jamieson, if I got it right this time, because I keep getting my river names mixed up. At the start of the video in part 1, I said when you come down the road there and over the bridge, you turn right and right again, and that will bring you down to this awesome grassy beach area. And there's some picnic tables, nice bit of river, and some deeper water over the other side. If it's a hot day, you go for a swim, and those rocks over there, quite a lot of kids always jumping off. There's a nice deep hole there, but check it out, that can be dangerous. Not recommending it, you know, disclaimer, don't do that. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the video and there's some information in there for you. We just followed the track down and it came out and hit the highway, sort of, you know, see the bridge, you know, back up the road, I don't know, half a K up the road or something like that. So that's where that track came out, whatever it was called. I think I said what it was called, had it right in the end. Hope you enjoyed it guys. Please give us a thumbs up, the like button if you got something out of it and enjoyed it, so we know we're doing the right thing. And put some comments up if you like. What could we do better to make these videos better for you? We just want to share all these places and help you get out there and try and help you stay out of trouble as well. So hope it's helping, and if you haven't, please subscribe and turn that bell on so you get the notification when the next important videos comes out. And that's a bada bing, bada boom. Catch ya.